Tell us a little bit about your history and your association with Northside, Coach.
I've been there for 6 years. I was assistant coach there from 2011 till last year, and made the step. Coach John decided to step down, and I was offered the position and look forward to the challenge.
All right, well, fantastic. Now, as we get ready to get ready for baseball at Northside and for the conference, give us a little bit about last year. We'll talk about the upcoming season.
Well, last year we only had I think we had 3 seniors. Our leadership, we didn't have a lot of team leadership there. We've got a really young team. We were looking at maybe right now 8 or 9 juniors, and we're hoping that we have a lot more interest in the student body to come out. When you've got 1,200 students in the school, you hope to have a lot of folks that in the area that are going to come out and try out for the team. Last year, I think we only won 2 games last year. We had a decent team, but I think the team unity was just not there. And we're hoping this year that it's going to get better. It's got to get better. JV-wise, we're hoping to have enough folks come out for the team that we're going to field JV team, because in the 6 years I've been there, we've only had enough players 1 year, and that was 2 years ago, to field a JV team. So in order to build a program, you've got to start somewhere, and we want the participation in the student body, because we want that JV program to keep this baseball program going in the right direction. Coach John did a great job. He had the program going in the right direction, and he just, he decided it was time to step down. He's become a married man this past year, and we're looking for big things, and the program that he has started, we're going to continue in the right direction.
And looking at all the players that you have coming back from last year, one thing I know about Northside High School is the fact that they travel well for their sports. And look up on the upcoming season, like they only won 2 games last year. How do you think you're going to do this year?
We've got potential. I think we've got the potential to win, 3/4 of our games, make it to the playoffs. With the juniors right now, we're looking around 8 or 9 juniors, and that's not counting none of the guys that are playing football. I know there is some interest on several of the football team members that are going to come out and play this year. Hopefully that'll give us even more talent, because we're looking at right now around 4 or 5 seniors that upcoming seniors that played last year as juniors. And I know 2, 3 of those guys are on the football team now. And with the juniors that we've got coming back, like 8 or 9 juniors that played on the team last year. So we're really fired up and looking forward to the spring season.
And I think everybody's looking toward the spring season, not only baseball but the soccer as well. When you talk about the conference that Northside is a part of, even though there's going to be some changes next year, how does your team stack up against the rest of the conference?
I feel like this year that we can compete with anybody in the conference. I really think that our conference is the strongest conference in the East. When you look at the 1A and the 3A, which we'll be moving to next year, I really think that this 2A conference is the strongest. I mean, you got the powerhouses like Croatan, North Brunswick. You got Southwest that is going to have a good team also this year. East Duplin has always got a good baseball program. So it's going to be a tough challenge, but I feel like our guys are up for the challenge.
And I think everybody is as well. We talked about the JV team earlier. Are we going to have enough for JV this year?
Right now, we had a meeting the first week of school, and just at that meeting, we had 8 freshmen and sophomores that were at the meeting. And I've already been approached by several kids that are on the JV football team that have told me, Coach, we're going to come out for the team. So if we've got 12 or 13 guys that are available, we're going to field the JV team. We've got to. I mean, there's no way to build a program, a varsity program, by having 18 or 19 on your varsity team, and you've got 7 or 8 freshmen that are they're not getting enough playing time. They're not seeing pitches. They're not getting to play in the field. That is not helping them just to go out and practice. you've got to get a game situation or life situations in order to get better. And we're going to do all we can to field a JV team this year.
Have you looked down line at the feeder schools, the middle schools, as far as baseball interest as you come up to high school at Northside?
At the Commons right now, the interest, I think what we need to do, especially in the spring, is to hold some camps to build the interest in the kids in the junior high and the elementary grades, to try to get them more involved, especially with the facilities they've got at the Commons and the neighborhood. The kids, Northside's a powerhouse in football. They've got a great basketball program. We want to have a baseball program that matches up with those, and we want the kids in the neighborhood to know that we can have that same kind of program.